Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. It's AJ Williams just checking in with you. I've got a bunch of cool things for you today, some interesting things, some things that might make you cry, things that might make you go, what? So let's get started as we jump into it here. Yep, if you are shopping for anybody other than yourself, which Christmas is, 365 days a year, you have 50 days left, so get shopping. So U.S. News today, they had said that Central Command announced on Friday that 52 bombers have arrived in its area of responsibility. Yep, you know what? Middle East, we're going to send some more people there. Some big bombers. That'll deter and slow things down because we're still waiting for this strike back against Israel from Iran. And in other news in regards to that, it's that the U.S. has said to Iran, it says it won't be able to restrain Israel if Tehran attacks again, which is great because that means we were restraining them the first time. And now this time we're saying we're not going to do it. So I don't know if that has any kind of effect on Iran. I think they're probably going to do what they're going to do. And unfortunately, we don't have much control over that. But, I guess if you got cards to play, you might as well play them. And Charlie Kirk out and about on today's campuses. The interesting thing is he's asking people, what do you think about Kamala Harris? Let's check some of this out and then we can chat about it.
Tell us why you're supporting Kamala Harris.
No, not too sure about that.
Why? Okay, so
right now because she's not Trump.
Can you tell me her greatest accomplishment?
No, I can't.
Can you tell me a single accomplishment?
I cannot. I want to leave.
What is Kamala Harris's greatest accomplishment?
See, that question. You can't. Okay.
Name an accomplishment of hers.
An accomplishment of her? She got in. She when she was the Hey.
What is her greatest accomplishment?
Being an idol for
Oh, I wish I had this on the top of my head, but I don't.
Well, as vice president, I'm not sure. I guess
What's
I have
her-
nothing. I'm stumped.
Stumped. Stumped. So Charlie Kirk, out there asking the question that we're all asking ourselves, what has she done? What has she done? That's the $50 million question right now. And the whole idea is America's voters, at least the ones on college campuses, which, this no surprise. I know we're not surprised by any of it, but they're stumped. They have no idea. Plus, that guy with the mask, he probably needed to get some oxygen at some point. And they're showing Kamala Harris here. She's got a big house. I don't know if any of you have seen the size of her house, but let's take a peek at it now. She was for walls, then she's against walls, and then now this is her house. So she likes walls at the house. They're preparing just in case if there's any kind of scuttlebutt after the election. So here we got some fencing being put up. We'll call it not a wall, we'll call it a fence. Maybe keep the wildlife in. Wow. Okay, so here would be my house. You ready? Okay, we'll start and stop. Okay, that would be my house right there. But Kamala's keeps going. Wow, I had no idea political office paid quite this well. Can I have an application, please? Wow, awesome. Fantastic. Okay, well, there you go, folks. You get to see Kamala Harris's estate. And, the interesting thing is that the Democratic Party of before, this is a clip of Bill Clinton in 1995, and I want you to catch some similarities to today's Republican Party, because back then they kind of sounded like the Republicans.
Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Oh, he said alien.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards.
So I guess the wisdom of 1995 doesn't apply to now. And if you're a Republican and you use that wisdom to apply to now, then yeah, you're ostracized. Let's listen just a little bit more, and then we'll jump to the next one.
By deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before, by cracking down on
Did he just say deporting?
illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens. In the budget I will present to you, we will try to do more to speed the deportation of illegal aliens who are arrested.
OMG, President Clinton, deportation was a suggestion that he had brought up. But yet, if the Republicans say deportation, don't say that. So Kamala Harris, our wonderful vice president, she is, yeah, I know. She was the border czar. You know, she had the T-shirt and the jacket to prove it. So she's the border czar. And what a magnificent job she did at the border. Just keeping things safe and secure. So let's listen to what she has to say if she becomes president, the changes that she will enact. It's this speech is moving. I think I almost cried.
President, I won't only bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump tanked. I will do more to secure our border.
Darn Trump.
To reduce illegal border crossings, I will take further action to keep the border closed between ports of entry. Those who cross our borders unlawfully will be apprehended and removed and barred from re-entering for 5 years. We will pursue more severe.
Hold on a second. Now, can we do that now? Do we have to elect you as president to do that, or couldn't you have maybe done that a couple of years ago? But let's see what else she has to say.
Criminal charges against repeat violators, and if someone does not make an asylum request at a legal point of entry and instead crosses our border unlawfully, they will be barred from receiving asylum. While we understand that many people are desperate to migrate to the United States.
Okay, so that's about all I can handle of that. So, you know, that right there sounds like an amazing policy. If she would have enacted that years ago when she was originally, tapped to be the border czar, that would have been incredible. You know, those are great policies. But it's almost like they had some sort of ulterior motive for allowing all these people across. I don't know what it could be, but maybe you guys can put in the chat. Maybe there's something that she had up her sleeve. It's hard to tell. So we have Oscar Blue here. He's documenting a massive caravan as of 12 hours ago on X here. The Big Blue here is just checking out. He's got this big caravan he wants to tell us about that, you know, hopefully gets here in time for the election cycle. But, you know, at the very least, maybe they'll get here in time for Kamala Harris to, you know, kind of enact some of that stuff she wanted to do. Let's listen.
The disaster continues under the Biden administration, Kamala Harris and Alejandro Mayorkas. I have walked 11 caravans. 10 of them have been under the Biden administration and only one of them under the Trump administration. On this Tuesday, when elections are coming, when elections for the American citizens are going to be done, when the elections are going to be held in the United States of America, the most important elections in the world between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, a massive caravan. It is going to leave the south of the border of Mexico, again in direction to the United States of America. These are the consequences. This is the collateral damage of open border policies by the Kamala Harris and Biden administration. The administration where more migrants have died in the limitations of Mexico with the United States of America.
Yeah, so, you know, the whole idea with that is, I don't know. I heard that speech from Kamala Harris, and she sounds like she's on it. So I don't know. I don't trust this guy. I just don't trust anything he said right there. Because, you know, J-Lo, if we're going to listen to anybody, listen to J-Lo. Now, she was the other day, it was an impassioned speech. I mean, I was moved. It was probably one of those things that, I don't know, if she's not running for Congress by the next time this Congress cycle comes around, I would be shocked. But let's listen in just a little bit. I'm sure she'll move you.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional. But you know what? You know what?
What? Tell me.
We should be emotional.
Probably
we should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter. Your voice and your vote matters. And look, don't be afraid to make people around you uncomfortable. Invite people around you to be the change, to go out there and vote. Nobody likes having tough conversations or talking about politics, but trust me, I've been in some of these rooms. I see the way power works in this country. They love it when you do nothing, okay? A non-vote is an agreement. It just makes it easier for them to do whatever they want, whatever serves them. And this election is about your life.
That's right.
It's about you.
Big stuff.
And me and my kids and your kids. Don't make it easy. Make them pay attention to you.
Yes, make them pay attention to you. You know what? I don't know how you guys felt about that one. I stopped a little sooner. We should have probably gone all the way to the end. But, you know, it's one of those things. J-Lo is such a... she's such a person to look up to. I mean, for those people that are looking for role models for their young girls, she is definitely the kind of person that you want to be turning to. Except for Diddy. I mean, the whole Diddy thing, you know, I maybe she was confused, but, you know, she's warning us very specifically about from a Democrat point of view about Republicans. And, you know, hey, I'm starting to feel it. I'm feeling your vibe there. But not one warning ever about Diddy. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm confused of the whole rationale behind that. But, you know, hey, what are you going to do? I mean, it's J-Lo. So, you know, if any actor or actress says something, then they're right. They're right. It's correct. So let's move on. So, you know, that was all pretty heavy stuff. You know, I found a funny for you. I'm going to play a funny. And, you know, the things that we do nowadays to people, it's cruel and unusual punishment, but it's hilarious. So watch this. So this is a filter on a phone. If you don't have this, definitely you might think about wanting to get this.
Yes. Come say hi. Hurry.
Hi.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, Jay, we've been asked how we met. Please tell.
Oh. Wow. Right? Watch her. Oh.
Man, everybody on FaceTime talking about you like Steve Harvey. Hey. Look, y'all really think he look like Steve Harvey? Huh?
Oh,
hey, what's wrong with you? Huh?
I don't remember his name, but look.
Huh?
Why does everybody keep
put his
saying he
glasses
looks
on.
like him?
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh. It's in your nose, dude.
What the f is that?
I swear something just went in my nose.
Oh.
Bro, what?
Oh my god, bro.
What is
What's wrong
that?
with you?
What is that?
What do they what?
What do the neighbors think of us?
What's that?
What's what, Mom? Answer the question.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. So if you send me any of your spider videos, I will post them. I promise. That would be awesome. Okay. The other day. So, you know, the whole thing with President Trump and the trash thing, you know, it's fun. It's fun. It's just fun. So this video here, I can't play the sound because there's music in the background, and this is Trump Frost 1. So I think he's got two planes. There's Trump Force 1 and Trump Frost 1. So just to let you know, whoever wrote that, congratulations for Trump Frost 1. It'll probably end up being a t-shirt. But Trump Frost 1 here, also parked next to Kamala Harris's airplane. So let's check. Wait a minute. Are those trash trucks? Are those trash trucks? I'm sorry, that one wasn't supposed to be a funny too. But there's trash trucks parked in front, you know, of Kamala's plane there. The dump trucks are real. Oh my, yeah. All right, so the whole thing with Kamala Harris is people have said it's she's playing a part, she's acting, and a lot of people are seeing that she's got similarities between Barack Obama's stuff, just the way she says things, the mannerisms, the verbiage. So somebody had actually put together a clip here, and it's not funny, but I'm laughing. I'm still laughing from the spider thing. So they put together a clip here, and it's 3 different rallies with Kamala Harris. And shockingly, it's the exact same verbiage. I know President Trump does it too. He comes up with the same thing. But this was like, it's a script. So listen to this real quick. And it's a little, you might need to turn it down a bit because it's a little irritating because it's just like, you know, a choir singing. But just listen for a second. I won't play the whole thing.
Are you ready to make your voices heard?
Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America?
Wow, the Kamala triplets, there they are, all three of them running for president. Yeah, it sounds like she's probably studied that script a little bit before. So this gal here, interesting story I came across. She is a longtime Democrat, and she decided this year, you know, she owns a business. She's going to start voting Republican. So darn it, what does that mean? It means your vote gets scrubbed. Listen to this.
This is the most bizarre thing. I'm actually stunned. It's my first year voting Republican because I want to protect small business. And as a small business owner, I'm highly invested in our economy. First year voting Republican, I voted mail-in probably since I've been in college, almost for 10 years now, at least 7 years. They rejected my ballot. And I found out because the Democratic Party called me telling me that they rejected my ballot. And my mom called me a couple days ago saying that someone from the Democratic Party showed up at the house to ask if I was voting. Keep in mind, there's plenty of other family members in the house. They came to the house and asked for me. And my ballot's been rejected. My mail-in ballot's been rejected.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit more research into that. But has anybody switched parties this year? Maybe if you're watching this video, if you switch parties, I won't tell anybody, but I'm just curious. Maybe put down in the comments because, you know, we won't be able to tell by your name down in the comments. But if you put down there and just let me know, did you switch parties and did your ballot not get in? I don't know. It's just weird. Just very bizarre. All right. In this next one here, let's pop it open, get it started. So ballot mishmash stuff going on. You know, you would think we are in a society where we should at least be able to get a ballot to people. But check this out.
Saturday, when he saw something strange in the storm drain next to his house. Nearly a dozen mail-in ballots. He says he got on his hands and knees and started scooping them out and noticed the addresses were from his Arcadia neighbors a block away.
And of course, we're trained here to keep stuff out of the storm drain. So I got down on my hands and knees and dug around a little bit and started pulling it out. And I pulled out a bunch of junk mail and Ralph's ads and Aldi, and these ballots were mixed in with the junk mail. And of course, they catch my attention because we're seeing on TV about all of the care being taken to prevent fraud and misuse of ballots. It seemed a strange place for ballots to be.
Yeah, definitely a strange place for ballots to be. You know, you would think that after these hardworking postal people, you know, if you start weighing them down with ballots, I don't blame them. They're thrown in the storm drain, darn it. So one of the things you can do, just as a suggestion, is go on and type in, how can I check to see if my ballot is in, and then type your state. So I did an example for you. How can you check in each state to see if your ballot in California? Sorry, you could say check my ballot, California. Just make sure that you're going on a .gov site. So this is an example. What you don't want to do is go on like a vote.org or something like that, or a vote 411, because they're just going to harvest your information and who knows what's going to happen. You're going to say, AJ made me go on this site and now I'm in big trouble and they're taking my info. But make sure you go on the .gov. So if you go on the .gov and then you click on, this is one for California. I'm sorry. I know I live in California. I apologize. So you can go down and you can say, where's my ballot? So you can go down here and you can sign up for to receive an automatic email or a text or a call. Yeah, I probably don't want to call, but you can sign up for one or the other. And then if you click on it, it'll just let you know. So you click here and then it takes you to ballot tracking, and you grab your ballot, you throw in this information on the side, you register, you log in, boom, away it goes. So now I did another state just to show you like wait a minute, I don't live in California. God bless you. You know, I'm sure you're probably happier that you don't live in California, but that's okay. So I just typed in also, where's my ballot, Arizona? So you've got a bunch of sites that come up. You've got some mishmash up here at the top. You've got some sponsor stuff. Don't do that. You know, so Arizona vote, don't do that. Go to the Gov. So Maricopa County Gov. So click on that, go over there, and you can check your ballot status. So check that, put in your info, and bing, bang, boom. So yeah, that was the one I put in there, second one. So yeah, check your ballots. Make sure your stuff's getting actually put in. So this next story here is interesting because we saw all the different stuff from Colorado, where the gangs from Central and South America are starting to move in and take over apartment buildings. And you think, wait a minute, that's totally done, right? Well, it's November 4th. This was something from November 3rd, so check some of this out.
Dozens of homes hit in the last year, from Arvada and Aurora to Lakewood, Longmont, and Parker. In Arapahoe County alone, 21 burglaries so far this year aimed at Asian families. In this one, 3 suspects got away with more than $100,000 in cash and luxury items. Westminster burglary detective Adam Lanning says the crews behind these pattern burglaries are sophisticated.
Whoever these suspects are, they are taking a lot of time and energy to A, cover their tracks, B, figure out who their target is.
To keep track of when the homes are occupied or empty, burglars put trackers on victims' cars and disconnect security cameras. In one case, Lanning said burglars planted this surveillance camera in fake shrubbery at a Target house. In another case,
so part of it is like, how does some of this stuff happen? Well, it happens because we've allowed people to come in unvetted. But, you know, Kamala, I think we saw in the last couple of videos back, you know, she's on it. So a lot of this stuff should get solved if she gets put into office. Yeah. And Morning Joe, I don't know if you guys, I know anybody I know doesn't watch this, but listen to what they say about President Trump's supporters. Once again, you know, we don't want to be divisive and mean with anybody, but you know, we're garbage. And then now listen to what they say.
I will ask the question that I think is a fair question to ask. Who raised these people?
Yeah.
Because they were not raised by anybody in my neighborhoods that I grew up, any middle-class neighborhoods that I grew up in. These people were not there. They were not raised. I mean, they weren't in the classes I went to growing up in elementary or middle or high school or college. They just weren't there. That wasn't the America I grew up in, where people would laugh.
Yeah, that wasn't the America he grew up in. It's not surprising that he can't connect with all the mainstream President Trump voters. But, you know, mainstream President Trump voters are people like this person here. Check it out.
So a Democrat from Boston had made a video about me saying that I confirmed his belief that Southern people are less educated. Well, sir, that depends on what you're referring to. Are you talking about a college education? Because I got one of those. But no, what you're probably talking about is politics and stocks, which case you'd probably be correct. Because I don't spend a whole lot of time retaining knowledge and things that'll have the value of a goose egg when this world goes to hell in a handbasket. But if the markets crash and you're forced to survive on little to nothing, live off the lands and protect and fend for your own, I think you'll come to find that us Southern folks are a lot more educated than you think. And you'll probably want to learn a thing or two from us.
Mic drop right there. Yep, for sure. And one more just man on the street type thing. So this is in Georgia. You know, Georgia last time went blue, which was, you know, it's not shocking, but, you know, Atlanta's a major portion of the Georgia vote, and that area, you know, there's people of color, and the people of color are starting to realize that, you know, voting with a D all the time doesn't always get them the most benefit. It's time to wake up, and some of them are starting to wake up.
What's going on with the immigrants? What do the people need to know?
They need to know that they're getting our benefits. I don't know why they're here. I don't know why Kamala Harris let them in. You got the Ukrainians coming over here living in hotels for free, better than your and my house. In New York, they're getting $5,000 cash. They're getting $13,000 in food stamps. Why?
I don't know. Why?
Because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Why are we living in this country and somebody coming over here that ain't paying taxes doing better than us?
What do you say to people who refute that? A lot of people have been saying that, oh, that's not true. Like the immigrants aren't being treated this way. You know, like, what do you say to folks who say stuff like that?
They're ignorant.
What's going on with the immigrants?
They are ignorant. So God bless that man right there for paying attention. You know, that's, I think, one of the things that people are not doing is they're just listening to people and they're like, oh, I guess it's perfectly okay. And they're not paying attention, but those people obviously are, and they're watching what's going on in their area. So this next one here, this is a NFL football game. I was under the impression that the NFL was starting to change a little bit. You know, they weren't doing the kneeling as much anymore. They're allowing for a little bit more patriotism and respect to the flag and stuff like that. But check this out.
Again, it's an NFL policy that he cannot wear his Trump shirt in the first row.
100% false.
100% false. Right here.
It's not a Trump shirt. It's nothing political.
Nothing political. From the NFL cannot be worn at a building.
That is we're in a free country.
We're in a free country.
Right?
So according
Sort of free. We're sort of free.
you cannot wear anything political at all.
Semi-free. Wow. Wow. He says, wow. I know people are just like, what the heck is going on? Yeah. So, you know, the NFL now at a Buffalo Bills game is starting to police what people can wear. If it's political, we don't want to see it. I wonder if it would have been Kamala if the guy would have said anything. Who knows? We'll see. So, you know, Marco Rubio here on the Face the Nation, he's got some interaction here. We saw the other day that President Trump had mentioned something. So we're going to play this little clip, listen to what the reporter says, and then I'm going to play President Trump's clip again. So Face the Nation, this is what a lot of people that are uneducated are watching and forming their opinions. So I'm glad Marco Rubio stepped up and told them they were fully incorrect.
Well, in terms of safety and security, that soundbite a moment ago from Donald Trump talking about training guns on the face of Liz Cheney. The Trump campaign says that was about foreign policy. Well, we just played it for our viewers and listeners who heard it. Isn't it possible to make the case without using rhetoric like that?
But Donald Trump doesn't talk like someone who's been in Washington for 30 years. He
Training
say it the
guns
way
on
I
her
would have said it.
face?
No, but that's not what he said. Mario, you guys know that. Come on. I mean, everybody knows exactly what he was saying. What he was saying is, you're so much in favor of war. Yeah, you played a piece of the soundbite, because in another piece of it, he said he would give her a gun to go stand in conflict as well.
Yeah, so, you know, you may have seen it, but let's play that soundbite, you know, so that you guys can see it. So the soundbite, just to put a little bit of background on it, President Trump's talking about Liz and Dick Cheney and the fact that we're always pushing for war and going to war and doing everything that had to do with funding war. And so his thing was, you wouldn't be so pro-war if you had to go and there was guns pointed at you. So let's, you know, you make the call. We'll let you throw in the yellow flag if you think there's a foul.
Blame him for sticking with his daughter. But his daughter's a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy. But she's a stupid person.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is they're all war hawks. He's talking about war. He's talking about they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington and they're nice and comfortable and everything's great. And it's easy to send somebody's kids out to war. But if she was there with guns trained on her, okay, so you make the call. So here's another one here. I was shocked and saddened to hear that the Democrats are already starting to push the rhetoric that, you know, the count could take more than a few days. It could take more than a few hours. It could take a while. So check this out.
A prediction date in the office pool.
Well,
because it's not January 5th. I mean, it's not December 5th. It might even be January 5th.
Right. Well, let's see. So by December the 11th, the governors have to render the certificates of ascertainment, which means it goes through the election process, the state settles everything that needs to be settled, and then the governors will deliver the certificates of ascertainment. And then on December 17th, the electors will meet, and then they will send in their votes. Now, this is a very arcane, antiquated system, as you know, to the archivist, to the national archivist, then who 1 week after that will send it in to the Congress.
Well,
so,
let's hope it goes that smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, that's the theory. That's why
Yeah, sounds like they're already preparing, for things to be delay. So in wrapping up tonight, I wanted to leave you with a funny because there was, some things. I don't want to leave you on a negative. Don't want to leave you with, the whole idea that things could go south. And before I play our little funny here, I just wanted to let you know, thank you for listening. If you've listened all the way to this point, I appreciate it. If you could maybe give me a like and a follow, that would be awesome. If you can subscribe to the channel, you are amazing. And one of the things too, when you're out and about and you're voting tomorrow, make sure that you keep your head on a swivel. Keep looking around. Make sure you don't box yourself in. You don't want to get yourself in a position where if things are looking fishy or bad, then, you put yourself in danger. So just stay alert out there, and God bless. And let's take a look at this funny, and then we'll say a good adieu for the night.
I dressed up like I work for Kamala's campaign, and now I'm going to deliver immigrants to her supporters.
We are voting for you, don't worry.
Are you?
Of course.
We do have a surprise, if that's okay, just real fast.
You have a surprise?
We're looking for a place for them to stay. They just came across. They'll sleep on floors. I mean, they're not picky,
Right? No, they're not picky.
So Hector's good with kids.
Sorry, we just can't. Could they just sleep on your lawn?
They need a place to stay.
Hector's good with kids.
My teenagers live with me.
Oh, that's fine. Hector, he was dating a teenager a little bit ago, so
okay.
They just came across. They don't have papers. You're in support of the whole border
Listen to this,
situation, and we're just trying to
check out what this guy
to
says.
sleep on. Do you guys want COVID? They said they could survive it.
They could totally survive COVID.
We work with her, so we know how to say her name.
Earlier you said Kamala. The way she pronounces her name is Kamala. You don't work with her either.
See that car? We have 3 dudes who just came across the border. We're trying to find them a home.
Find them a home.
Just say I'm voting for Donald Trump without saying it, okay?
That's a wrong attitude, mister. I said my vote is private.
So you're voting Kamala?
No. You said it again.
So if you want to blend in, make sure you get her name right, because if you don't, they're going to spot you. All right, guys and gals, have an awesome evening. Hope things go well, and we'll catch you next time.